Hello and welcome. I'm back at the Experience India Lounge, and I have one more company that's doing some good work here to explain what they are doing. And with me is Jatin Karani, the co-founder and partner at Samarthya Investment Advisors, and with him a guest from overseas who's just walked in, and he was interested in what this product is, and we are going to try and showcase that bit as well, because a lot of people ask, what do Indian companies do at Davos? What do they do at the promenade? What are they displaying, and what is the interest that is generated overseas? Gleb Borkov, the managing partner and investment director at Realia Capital, has just walked in. But before we go to you, Jatin, what is this Brainbox and what does it do? I understand it has some connection with AI.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for this opportunity to talk about a very exciting Indian startup. We are investors in this company, and we believe it has a massive potential in terms of what it is doing. So Brainbox is basically an AI platform that is used to execute different kind of use cases, whether they are industrial or in defense. For example, this company called Tardid Technologies, which is displaying the boat over here, and there's a little video of their products over here. I will walk you through those. What they've done is they're marrying the physical world, like models of physics, with AI. And when you marry the two, you get some amazing results. So I'll give you an example of things that they've done. Here, what you see is a product called as the Black Marlin. Now, this is a very unique and innovative product coming out of a startup out of India, and they are winners of the IDEX program. Again, something that we can touch upon later on in the interview. So this is a fully electric onboard motor, and on top of that, it has a GPS navigation system on top. So you will appreciate that in India we also have an issue of fishermen unknowingly getting into waters in say the Pakistani waters or the Sri Lankan.
Absolutely, and getting arrested and suffering a lot.
The main cause for that is because they don't know where they are, right? So this product has the capability to have the GPS on it and guide the fishermen that, to give them a perspective of where they are. So situation.
How interesting. We've heard these stories, and a lot of effort goes in getting them back to the country. And this is a small motor. A motor that is used on fishing boats, and it has location capability. So one, they don't sort of stray outside the nautical limits of India. Right. And even if they do, unfortunately, we still have some track on that.
And just to add to one more point to that, you may wonder what is the AI in this, right? So the AI bit in this is, AI is being used to optimize the torque for the boat to give you the best performance.
And fuel efficiency.
And it's electric, so you need a long range.
Okay, it's electric.
And on top of that, it's optimizing the torque. So you get a very high performance, low power motor that can have a long range. So I think it's a very innovative product. I think there's a lot of interest from the defense forces, both the Navy and the Army, to incorporate this in their boats. And these are discussions going on with the defense forces in India. So that's one example of AI-enabled physical hardware.
Okay. Let's draw in. Gleb, you just walked in, and you kind of got snatched into this. What does this tell you? How interesting is this?
I haven't really just walked in. I've been here yesterday, and I actually got quite excited about the product developments that Indian company has created, because we are also in industrial investment space, and we have clients who are keen users of this technology. So far I've only seen similar developments from other countries, mostly European countries. So I'm actually quite excited to see that India is not just following the steps, but actually developing things which are completely designed in-house, built in-house, and which are way more cost competitive.
Till maybe a few years ago, India wasn't really known for manufacturing. It was a services country, and I'm sure you have experience in that regard. Given just one small sample that you have seen, what do you think of the investment potential, especially in the manufacturing aspects of any Indian company, this startup, any startup?
Well, I actually think that the manufacturing perspective is huge, I mean, obviously you have the internal markets, but also don't forget about the external markets and export potential. And this is exactly what we're talking about,
Yes.
the export potential of this technology. We're already thinking about bringing in external contracts for this company. And in fact, we are potentially considering co-investment as well.
Okay, you were asking him questions before we began that. Why don't you continue, and we'll try and get that for our viewers, the kind of questions that you fire at
So
him.
just to give you the context, I happened to be at the CII lounge yesterday, and that's where I met Gleb. We were just talking, and I overheard him ask one of the persons from the CII team who are the shipbuilders in India, and that's how the conversation started. So when someone says, what really happens in Davos, I would like to believe a lot of good business can happen in Davos, and it is just this. It is a simple conversation that can lead to potential business. So I think I'm a big fan of what's happening here. This is my first time here, but I'm sure it will not be my last time. I will be coming here more often. Coming back to the products, I also wanted to talk about another interesting product that they've developed, which is the product called Stormbreaker. So again, this is something that they've been working with the Indian Navy for a while. It's a sort of asset health management. By combining AI with physical sensors and data analytics, big data, you're able to predict when will a ship require maintenance. So that's a product that they've developed. Then they have another product, if I can find the exact location. They have an alter ego for a captain of a large ship, of a large cargo ship.
What, AI captain?
Yes, I'll show it to you. So this, I'll just pause it over here. So you see, this is the platform that they've developed. It's a video of what the actual platform looks like.
Why don't we play the video alongside?
Sure.
Because that will make it a better explainer.
So as you see, if you're navigating a large, cargo ship, it is not. There are a lot of different things that come into effect, right? In terms of the fluid dynamics, the bulk movement of how everything's moving. So all those models have been incorporated into this, along with sensors and cameras, that give you guidance to the captain to take the right decisions, whether you have to maneuver the ship or you have to, say, for example, go under a bridge. That's a complex operation. You don't want, mistakes over there. And this acts as a co-pilot, co-pilot from Microsoft. It's like a co-pilot to the main captain in navigating the ship. So this is also a very interesting product. Incidentally, this is a product that has come out of the IDEX program. So this is, as you are aware, IDEX has been a big boon for defense startups in India. And Navy has, been very actively promoting startups in this field. And, it's a great success story because once you deliver a product and it's approved, the Navy, Indian Navy will give you orders to install this in anywhere from 5 to 10 ships, right? So that's a big opportunity that the startup has got, which otherwise would not have been possible.
Okay.
It was, defense as a space was only a space for big boys.
Absolutely.
It wasn't possible for small, early stage startups.
And then in the last 10 years, we have seen a greater moves towards bringing in the private sector. So much opening up has happened. Gleb, as we wind down this conversation, how significant does the India opportunity look to someone like you?
Well, look, it's massive. I think India is the only country in the world which is running this dynamics at the moment. I mean, China is way past the fast development stage, so I can't think of any other country which is in this dynamics right now. India is the only one, I think. And I travel the world quite a lot, trust me.
Well, that's a very interesting perspective, viewers. So this was just a very small sample of what really happens behind the scenes in some ways. You see the big boys addressing the world on the global stage, fantastic intellectual conversations. But for India, both at the government level and private companies who invest time, money and effort to be here at Davos, just a small sample of how the India investment story is being built, propagated and taken forward by Indian companies. Jatin, I wish you all the very best for what you're doing, and Gleb, happy investing and obviously in India. Thanks very much for your time with us.
Just one last line. So I'm just the investor backing this venture, but the two founders are actually doing work right now. They've gone to procure the right kind of motors in Germany for this motorboat, that the electric boat that we showed you earlier. So I just want to give credit to them because they are the people who are building this. I'm just being a part of their overall.
And let me give you credit. You are not just a silent investor. You are putting yourself behind the money that you've invested. So
That's our style at Samarthya. We really, once we invest behind someone, we really roll up our sleeves and do whatever it takes to help them succeed. That you'll see that in all our portfolio companies.
all the way best. With that, it's a wrap. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.